Hi guys, I'm going to try and record another test route today. So this is Ade from Giggles Driving School. So if you want, after watching this, if you like to book some lessons, you can go on www.gigglesdrivingschool.co.uk. So I'm at the Sale Driving Test Center. So and here goes. I'm gonna click on that and ask you to go from the starting point. All right, I'll be following the sat nav today, so just follow through. All right, so I've just put the car on drive and I've checked from blind spot to blind spot, signal right, and check from inner mirror, side mirror, and your blind spot again as you move off. So this particular route is one of the routes people feel on just because they get a little bit confused. So I'll be highlighting those areas that you need to be mindful of. So you need me to turn right here. So I've just checked both sides. There's no car coming, so I'll be turning. So the car coming from the other side, I think it's trying to wait, so I'm just gonna go. If you notice, it's kind of like slow down a bit and pulled.
At the end of the road, turn right.
Thank you. So mirrors.
Turn right.
Right. Now, if you can't see at this point, you can edge forward a bit, slightly over the line, because sometimes there are cars parked blocking your view. Make sure you can see very well. Make sure you can see. You're 100% sure there's nobody coming before you proceed, before you emerge from that side road.
After 200 yards, turn left.
So, best thing is to ease off your acceleration at the moment and let the car and check your mirrors and signal left.
Turn left.
So I'm gonna do what I call triangle check. It's just checking the inner mirror and both of the side mirrors to ensure there's no cyclist trying to overtake you at that point when you are about to move off. So the route we're doing today, we'll be passing in front of Wellington School, and around that area is where people tend to fail, so pay attention anyway. So at the moment we're just going straight all the way to Brooklands roundabout, and as you can see on the sat nav at the top bit, it's actually saying you can see the arrow pointing towards the third exit. So the sat nav will always tell you what the next course of action will be, so bear that in mind. Okay, there's a bit of traffic. Something to bear in mind when you are driving and there's a bit of traffic, anytime before you brake, just make sure you check your inner mirror to know what's going on with the guy behind you. And also, if you are stopping, make sure you're not blocking any entry into any road. Okay, if it's a drive, that's fine, but if it's a road, make sure you're not blocking. So if the traffic is actually flowing freer than this, you must ensure you drive up to 30 miles per hour, or at least maybe about 28 miles per hour. 25 miles per hour without any hazard is not acceptable. So you must make sure, especially this particular road I'm talking about, is actually clear and straight. Then you need to do 30 miles per hour. So a lot of people think, oh, let me just drive 25. Maybe when I drive 25, the examiner will think I'm careful. What you have to think about is, if there are other people behind you that are trying to get somewhere and you're driving too slow, they may overtake you when it's unsafe. So it's essential that you try to drive up to speed. But in this particular circumstance now, you can see the cars in front of me are not really going that fast. I've left enough room, so I have enough reaction time if they stop suddenly. So at the moment they're just averaging about 25. That's fine.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, 4th exit.
Fantastic. I think TomTom has finally fixed this issue of missing one exit. So it says take 4th exit on this roundabout. So
Go
I'm already
right
keeping
on the
to the
roundabout, 4th exit.
I'm keeping to the right lane because I'll be taking the 4th exit. So I'm checking to make sure there's nobody coming. On this roundabout, be mindful. There are 2 entries, so I'm just quickly gonna go because there was a blocker there. So I've just passed the 1st exit, and I've passed, that's the 2nd exit and 3rd exit, just right next to each other. Check mirrors, signal left, and take the 4th exit. So there's a bus, and I can see that he's actually trying to pick a couple of people, so I'm just gonna overtake there. So mind you, I checked just beside the bus all the way down the road to ensure there's nobody coming before I overtook that bus.
After 300 yards, turn left.
So the road is a bit tighter here, so what I just did was to ease off a bit. As you can see, the car in front is also easing off anyway. So check to make sure there's no one is going to be on the run or at the zebra crossing here by the time I'm there. Definitely nobody. A guy was walking towards, but it was a bit of it. So check mirrors before you go around this delivery van. I am going to be turning left, so I've already checked my mirrors and signal left. This is Timperley Village. There's a crossroad here that is a little bit funny, so maybe at some point in other videos I will pass through. I'll be coming from the left then. So, and I'll make a recording on how to deal with that later. Well, right now we'll be turning left. So around about this time, I'll be doing my triangle check because I know the light is going to change soon. So I'm checking for any cyclists trying to overtake. No one. And so make sure you're not going too fast when you turn the steering. You can see the lady about to step into the road and she wasn't paying attention. So that's why I almost stopped there. Check the mirrors before you overtake and check before you go back. So apologies, the sat-nav is just having a little dance right there, but I think you should still be able to see
after 300
the instruction
yards,
anyway.
turn right.
So I can see the car, red car parked on the right hand side, and just a bit wary of that. So around about now, you can actually engage your signal. Maybe I'll just move forward a little bit before I engage the signal. So we'll be turning right at the traffic light. Now bear in mind, just before the traffic light, I hope you can see the speed limit is showing 40.
Turn right.
So which means once I actually pass the red light, the light is 40 miles per hour from there now. So the car coming from the other side is turning the other way, so I don't need to stop for him. And it's 40 miles per hour here, so you must make sure you carry on. Get up to 40, or at least 38, because there's absolutely nothing in the road
After
for me to slow down
400
for.
yards, turn left, then turn right.
Okay, you will have to forgive me. The sat-nav is asking me to turn left because that used to be a place where we do car park. There used to be a car park there that they use for bay parking exercise. And you can see the speed limit now has changed to 30. So remember to make
Turn
sure
left,
you're 30.
then
So I'm not going to
turn
turn left now. I'll
right.
just keep going straight on this particular route because I know the car park is
Turn right,
no
then
longer being used.
turn left.
So I'm just gonna go
then,
straight.
at the end of the road, turn right.
So ignore and ignore at this point in time. So we're just going straight. I don't know if you can see to the left is Hayes and Hounds car park that they used to ask people to park in. But I'm glad it's actually this. It's not being used anymore because it's so tiny and it's a bit unfair on students anyway. All right. So now the sat-nav is actually going. If you can see, we're going to go past the traffic light, and the sat-nav will be asking you to turn right. And if you look on the sat-nav, there are two roads so close to each other. So these lanes are merging here. Make sure you check the inner mirror and the right mirror as you actually carry on. And this is where you need to pay attention. You can see we need to turn right. So you can check your mirrors and signal right as you move to the middle part. I like to cancel my signal because of that turning, and signal again. We'll be turning right. There's no car coming from there. I will turn. Be careful here not to overspeed, otherwise you may lose control. So I'm just going gently here because I can't really see all the way down the road, just in case a car is flying down. So I want to be ready for anything. I always say to my student, be prepared for the worst thing. So if you're prepared, if it happens, you're prepared, you can react. But if you're not prepared, then there could be a collision. So we're just passing Wellington School. It's to my right now. So just in case you want to practice this by yourself. It says give way in 80 yards. So there's a sign that says give way in 80 yards. And this is one of the places people make mistake. So at this point, as you're actually approaching the give way mark, look all the way down the road. If there's nobody, then check the inner mirror, right mirror, before you go right, and then come back, go straight back into your lane. That's one of the places, well, the second place I should say. The first place is actually where you turn right, and this one is where we passed our midpoint. And then check mirrors as you go back to your side of the road.
After 200 yards, go right on the roundabout, second exit.
Please be mindful, even though it's your right of way here, make sure there's no car coming that will, that may collide with you. And this is where people always make mistake.
Go right
there's
on
a
the
double roundabout
roundabout.
here.
Second exit.
So the second exit to the right. So he's talking about that, just the first roundabout. So make sure you keep here. So there are a couple of cars coming from my right now. I know you can't see, so I'm just gonna wait for them. So 3 more cars and 2 more, and the last car is coming. You have you wait for the people on the right, and you have priority over people on your left. So you don't need to go to the second roundabout. There was a day I was with a student and I saw a gentleman on a test that went through the second roundabout. Just make sure it's the first roundabout and we're turning right there. So I'm just gonna make sure there's enough room. I think there's enough room for me and him. So yep. So something you can do is to try and copy the card beside you and try and paste and see how many cars can fit in the gap. If exactly 2, as in right next to each other, then I won't go. But if it's 2.5, then I'll go slowly. If it's about 3 cars that can fit in the gap, then you don't need to even slow down. You can just carry on as normal.
After 200 yards, bear left, then turn right.
Now, if you see on the sat nav is basically asking us to take the second right. So if you zoom, you can see the white mansion. Sometimes the examiner will say to you, turn right when you get to the white mansion. So I'm just about to pass the first one. Make sure you signal only after you've passed the first turning. So I've signaled just now. Make sure no car is coming from the end of the road, and then you turn
right.
And ensure you don't cut the middle line. So the sat nav is not going to tell you, give you direction all the way to the end. And I mean, bear in mind, it's only just for 20 minutes anyway. So this one, I'm just carrying on. I see a van coming from the other side. I'm just going to wait for it to go.
After 200
it just flashed
yards,
me now.
cross the roundabout,
so I have to go.
First exit.
So
then you have reached
the
your
highway code says, or well, the guidance on how they mark your test says, if someone is definitely giving you way and you don't go, you may fail for that. So ensure
cross
that
the
giving you way
roundabout,
and
first
is slowing down,
exit.
then you must go.
You have reached your
So
destination.
this roundabout, some people do miss it. So ensure no one is coming from the right, and then off you go.
You have reached your destination.
So the examiner at this point will say to you, just carry on driving. I'll instruct you from now on. So this is where they will say to you, take the first exit turning left at the roundabout we're coming up to. So you check the mirrors and there's signal left. There's nobody coming. Well, the guy coming from the other side is a bit far, so I have enough time to go. So I'm just going to carry on and go. Then you keep going straight ahead. Bear in mind, they could ask you to pull up on the left a couple of times. And most of the time my student is brought here, just around where the car in front of me is. They normally get people to do parallel parking there. So you could try that if you're practicing. So I could see a car coming from the other side. And okay, I think it's slowing down a bit, and it just flashed me again, so I need to carry on going. Okay, and check mirrors before you go back to your side. So just bear in mind, when you are passing parked cars, you do not need to signal. You know, just check mirrors, and if it's safe to go, you can just carry on and go. So now I'm just averaging around 22 miles per hour because I really don't want to go fast here, just in case the car is coming. You approach where you can see as if this car is coming. So I can see clearly that there's no car coming at this point. That could change. And towards the end of the road, look down, you can see there's a sign that says give way. The examiner is going to ask you to turn left. So turn left at the end of the road. So mirrors and signal left. And then make sure you position facing where you're going, and check as you're approaching the line. There's nobody coming now, so I'm just going to carry on. I did not stop, I just slow right down. So when you have give way, you know, if you can see that there's no one coming, please do not stop. Well, if it's a stop sign, then you need to stop entirely, whether someone is coming or not. So the bus is stopping, so I've eased off my acceleration. Now I'm braking gently. It's better to brake progressively. There's no point accelerating harshly than braking so harshly. So I'm just gonna move the sat nav off the way now so you can see better. So we're back in Simply Village, so that's where the sat nav takes you. Okay, again, triangle check, as in check all your mirrors, then off you go. So the bus in front, I think I have enough room, so I'm just gonna go. If you're not sure, you can wait. Just like one examiner said, if in doubt, chicken out. So I'm looking at this zebra crossing, trying to see if anybody is walking towards it. There's nobody, so off we go. Check mirrors again as you go around this. And check back as you go back to your side of the road. Make sure you have good progress if there's nothing stopping you from driving. So we're approaching Brooklands roundabout, and the examiner will ask you to take the first exit turning left. So take the first exit turning left. So I've checked my inner mirror and my side mirror, and I've signaled to the left. So as you're approaching, remember to position yourself properly so to ease your navigation of the roundabout. And I'm checking to the right now to see if anybody's coming, and there's somebody blocking people coming, so I'm just quickly making use of that opportunity. It's actually quite interesting. There's an examiner with a student in front of me just now. And check your mirror to go back to your lane. Check mirrors before you change your direction there. Check mirror as you go back. So there's a cyclist in front of the line of car in front of me, and there's a car parked on the side, so make sure you don't overtake when someone, and you can see on the right as well there's a line of car, so just make sure you bear everything in mind. You need to know what's going on both sides of the road so you are ready to react. So we're on Brooklands Road right now, and the test normally just takes you all the way back to the test center, so you just keep going straight all the way back to the test center. So I think I will just end this video here, but like I said, what the examiner, yeah, so remember to check in your mirror before slowing down, and then okay. So thank you for watching this video. Oh, actually, do you know what, let me take you all the way back, at least back to the driving test center straight, and that should be fine. So I'm already thinking about how can I pass this bicycle. So you look at the bicycle, he's actually making a good progress, to be fair, but there's a bit of gap in there. Check mirror to the right, so make sure you don't go over the speed limit, and check back and then come back. So if you look all the way down, you can already see initially the pedestrian crossing light, and then the traffic light at the end of the road. You see it's already changing to red at the moment. Okay. So we're just going straight over. So you know it's splitting into 2 lanes, so just keep to the left because both of them are actually going straight. You can see the marking on the road. Then let go of the gas, and please, you need to stop after the keep clear sign. After the keep clear sign, so just ease yourself there, and make sure you stand within the box provided. So I'll be going straight. Make sure you keep to the left as you're going straight, because 2 lanes are allowed to go straight. So just in case anybody needs to go straight, make sure you don't collide with them. So around about now, I think I'm gonna do my triangle check. Yes, and I saw that bicycle just before it passed me. So keep to the left as you go over. Now we're on the left hand side. The lane is merging, so I need to check inner mirror and right mirror as I go ahead. So I check my mirrors before I go around the cone here and check back. So the examiner will ask you to take the second right. So this is you going back to the test center now. So mirrors and signal right. So I think I do have enough time to actually make my turn. If you don't, no problem, you can just wait. And we're back on Poplar Grove, which is where the test center is. I hope you enjoyed the video. You can comment, like and share. Thank you. Bye bye.